There's been some discourse I've noticed about how Bluesky is supposedly dying, and funnily enough, a lot of this discourse isn't even taking place on Bluesky itself, but rather the Bluesky subreddit, and perhaps that's my first problem, right? Looking at Reddit. But anyway, whenever I take a peek there, I always see a handful of posts dooming over the fact that the exponential growth the site saw following the 2024 election has tapered off. Not as many people are joining Bluesky as before. Oh my god, is the site dying? It's been over 7 months. Nothing sees exponential growth infinitely. There is always going to be a plateau. Even when the site was exploding with new users and people were like, holy shit, maybe Bluesky actually will be the Twitter killer, I was like, don't count your chickens just yet. Because the growth was almost certainly going to level off, and it has, and I don't think that's necessarily something you should panic over. Sure, you can throw stats at me, like Twitter having a much larger active daily user base than Bluesky, and to that I say, well, no shit. One site is an established social media platform that has been ingrained in the day-to-day lives of hundreds of millions of people for nearly 20 years at this point, and the other platform has only been around for what, 2 years at this point? And up until just last year, you needed an invite code to even use the platform. So I think all of this fear-mongering about the site not catching on is silly because the site is still brand spanking new. You can't expect a new platform in the year 2025 to be an overnight success when it's up against already established titans like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. The last one obviously being Bluesky's most direct competitor. Now, for as much as I've ragged on people in the past for claiming that they hate Twitter, they hate Elon, they hate how much Twitter has become a far-right hellhole, and just hate the toxicity on that platform in general, only to not stand on their principles at all and still post on the fucking platform, well, yeah, I still have very little respect for those people. But to a certain degree, I get it, more so when it comes to people who are not so politically in tune and just want to vibe and are still cozy on Twitter. Those people, by and large, are like, why would I move over to this small niche platform when everyone I know is here on Twitter? So Elon owning this site doesn't bother me, which I've already complained about apathy enough on this channel, so I won't get into that here. But yes, for as much as I don't like how apathetic so many people are towards the current political climate, I also have to wrestle with the fact that this is just how a lot of people in this country are, and this is also how most of Twitter's user base is like, I'm sure. People who are more politically in tune and hate Elon Musk will be more inclined to leave Twitter and sign up for an alternative site like Bluesky, as opposed to people who don't care and don't pay attention, and so they will just continue to vibe on Twitter. Unless something absolutely major happens, like tomorrow Elon comes out and says, I'm shutting down Twitter, which boy, wouldn't that be the dream? You're not going to see Bluesky overnight become a social media titan, especially since it's directly competing against an already established social media titan. Things like this, unfortunately, take a lot of time. People get cozy and complacent with where they already are, and they're likely not going to want to immediately hop on board and start over on a new platform. They need to actually be incentivized to do that. Maybe their friends will eventually hop over to Bluesky, or more celebrities they like will join Bluesky, or sports figures and teams they like, or artists they enjoy, what have you. The bottom line is, the site needs more time to organically grow before you can reasonably expect it to be a viable competitor to Twitter. All of this holy shit is Bluesky dying discourse just reeks of impatience. I want Bluesky to be the Twitter killer now. Well, I'm sorry, that's probably not going to happen for a good while, if it ever even does. Me personally, I don't really care if Bluesky will ever be the quote-unquote Twitter killer, because I actually enjoy the platform. A lot of my friends are on there, a lot of content creators I watch are on there and post regularly, and I enjoy posting on there, which is all that really matters to me. Now, I'm not super active on Bluesky, much like how I was never super active on Twitter. Outside of posting YouTube videos and posting in my Discord server and DMing real-life friends on Instagram, if that even counts, I'm not really big on posting on social media in general, but that aside, Overall, I've had a positive experience with Bluesky. So to me, it doesn't really matter if Bluesky ever kills Twitter because I'm already happy with the platform as is. And I have no incentive to ever go back to Twitter. Even if tomorrow Elon sells off Twitter to someone who's at least halfway decent, the rot on that site is so deep at this point that I don't think you can get rid of it, at least not sufficiently. But anyway, if the day where Bluesky overtakes the amount of daily users that Twitter has never comes, but still has enough active users where it is considered a real viable competitor to Twitter, I'll be more than happy. But even if it remains niche, I'll still be fine because, again, I'm having a good time on the platform as is. And I see no reason to panic over the fact that Bluesky hasn't overtaken Twitter just 2 years into its lifespan, which is not realistic at all. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.